Hey peeps, Tyler here. Second time I'm trying this video, so hopefully I don't forget anything I just said. Because computer issues. So I am sick and tired of the division in... So I sound more annoyed than I did the first time, but it's because of the computer. But I'm sick of the division and shit in the queer community, and I'm going to be saying queer because it's easier to say than the alphabet soup that would inevitably leave somebody out, etc. It's just easier. But that's not what I'm going to be talking about. Do that first. Okay. So I'm just going to be talking about my own experiences mostly. As a bisexual woman to straight man, I've made a video about that recently. I actually made that video a few weeks before I posted it last month. And I have a video going up on... I'm filming this June 8th. I have a video going up Monday on June 10th of a Let's Play Part 5 of Animal Well, where I chat while playing it about not feeling queer enough, among some other things. And I'll post this like a couple days after, so it's not weird. But I'm making both of these the week before. But, because YouTube scheduling and whatnot. And another important thing is I was born disabled. I have factual association. I made videos years ago about that. I'm not sure what's still available and what isn't, because I deleted some stuff with my old dead name. But I have videos going up now that I made months ago on TikTok that I'm now posting here. They're going in a playlist about factual association. So, yeah. So my long story short about, one of the things is our straight people welcome at Pride. Y'all really don't think about a lot of things. So I'm a 35-year-old trans man who didn't come out and transition until my 30s. My husband I was married in 2014 when I was 25. And my husband passed away in 2021. Just a few days after I turned 32. Not even a week. And I don't know if I just said, I came out as bi at 13. So for almost 2 freaking decades, I came out as trans before he passed away, but I hadn't transitioned yet. And he accepted me and all that. But, so for about 2 decades, I thought I was a bisexual woman. I'm just going to be saying I was a bisexual woman because it's easier and you know what the fuck I mean. So before coming out in my 30s, for about 2 freaking decades, I was a bisexual woman. That's what... Because my head was up my ass among, not, cis heteronormativity, not even knowing the word dysphoria when I was 13, didn't know that was a thing, didn't know trans dudes were a thing, etc. So... For about 2 decades, I was a bi woman. I'm also disabled, as mentioned. To go to Pride, I'd have needed my cishet husband to come with me because disabled. I know my past is kind of weird given everything now, but it is what it is. It's called life. Do y'all not care about disabled queer people? Because there are... Like, I was a bisexual woman with a cishet husband, and disabled, I could have never gone to Pride, and I never have. I wonder why. I don't wonder why. This is part of why. Because I would have needed my cishet husband to be with me in order for me to even go there, because I'm disabled. Never mind the fact that Pride is generally not accessible anyway. Now, though, I'm still disabled, so the accessibility is still an issue, but disregarding that, turns out I'm a straight, oh no, trans, wait, man, you? And that's just what I say online. So yeah, turns out I was a lesbian all along, and I kinda knew that. But I refuse to admit it even to myself because of various reasons. And that's not the point. That's not the point of this video. The point is I'm a straight trans man. So before, there was the one issue, now there's a whole different issue. Turns out I'm actually straight, but I'm still trans, so that's still LGBT. But of course, there's all this man-hating that's gotten worse lately, and worse and worse. And dude, I saw it when I still thought I was a woman, and it's gotten so much worse. And I thought it was wrong before. Sexism goes both fucking ways. And now that I look like a cishet, despite not being cis, man, I might as well be a demon to some people in the LGBT community. That's how, because I'm not queer enough for some people. And not just the straight part. It's because the fact that I'm growing my hair out might help me a little bit, unfortunately, when it really shouldn't. I'm not going to be wearing makeup or dyeing my hair or wearing dresses and skirts, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't care what you wear on your face or your clothes, as long as you're not doing indecent exposure. You do you. But there are people who treat just wanting to be like a regular fucking dude, when you're a trans dude, as something evil, as not queer enough. Despite just wanting to look like the regular dude that I am, I'm still trans. I would still belong at Pride. Even though I would look like any other cishet man, for the most part. So, one, there's bi people, or asexual and aromantic people as well, that have straight cishet partners. Do they not belong at Pride? There are those of us who are disabled who would have needed somebody to go with us because of being disabled. Are they not welcome at Pride? Never mind the fact that even if somebody's just cishet straight ally, no relationship whatsoever, no connection to queerness, I would say they still belong at Pride if they're not being an asshole. And there are allies like that. I've heard from allies that have went to Pride. Good intentions, allies, just want to be there to support, have a party, whatever, not being an asshole, but no connection to queerness at all. And as soon as somebody finds out they're just cishet, there's stories of them getting attacked. I don't know about physically, I wouldn't be surprised at this point, but at least yelled at. What the hell, do you really think that's gonna help? It's not. It's not gonna help, because whether you like it or not, we need allies. Part of being a minority is you can't do it on your own. And if y'all haven't seen, you probably have, Project 2025 is terrifying. I haven't read the whole thing, I've just, heard about it, because it's everywhere. And apparently it's over 900 pages, which is why I say I haven't read it, because holy shit. But, we're not going to get anywhere without allies. And there are people who are genuinely allies who are pushed away because of the way y'all act. Because y'all act like they're demons when they're actually trying to be nice and good people and help you. And you push them away because you're an asshole. 1, there's disabled queers. 2, there's straight trans people. 3, even if they have no connection to queerness, there are still allies that are being pushed away and being pushed into not being allies because of the jackasses in the queer community. And I've had enough. I've had enough of it. It's old and it's done, and it's getting worse and worse. And honestly, being this, apparently monogamous is evil now too, that's new to me. And I have nothing against polyamorous people. I just have something against being an asshole to people for shit they can't even help. Aren't we supposed to be about being inclusive? I don't care if you're polyamorous as long as everybody is consenting, Have fun. You do you. I can't do that. I am multiply disabled. I have chronic pain that I've had my entire life that gets worse as I get older. Do you think I have the energy to date multiple fucking people? But I barely got the energy to live. Oh wait, I forgot disabled queers don't matter, right? This is sounding way angrier than I intended. Did not sound this angry the first time, but then, here we are. Then again, I didn't get too far into it, but... So, me looking like this straight, white, monogamous, trans man, passing, regular dude, I might as well be an evil-ass demon to some of the people in the queer community. And I've had it. I'm still queer. Being queer has nothing to do with what you look like. And another thing is, I saw a clip, I don't know the fucking context, but I've seen people screaming about how they're queer witches. So am I. What the hell is your obnoxious point? I've been a queer witch longer than some of the people I've seen yelling about how proud they are to be a queer witch. I've been one longer than y'all fuckers have been alive. And there are people who are queer witches before I was born. It's not new. And like, yeah, I get it. Being a queer witch is going to piss off many people on the right. I get that. And you could be proud to be one. But some of y'all still seem obnoxious. To me, anyway. And if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it, obviously. I don't know why I feel like I always have to say that, because people are being like, well, this doesn't fit me. Well, if it doesn't fit you, why are you screaming? Either the shoe does fit you and that's why you're pissed off, or it doesn't fit you and you're just being stupid. So one thing that hasn't changed from bisexual disabled woman not feeling welcome at Pride to straight man not feeling welcome at Pride, the one thing that hasn't changed is that I still do not feel welcome at Pride. Being queer has to do with who you are. LGBT, you can be queer and not look like it. You can't tell somebody's queer just by looking at them. And again, even if they're not, that doesn't mean they're the enemy. And y'all are making enemies of people who are originally allies. And it is sickening, and I am tired of it. So despite what the BNT stand for, I have never felt welcome at Pride. No one thinks about disabled, queer people. Invisible disabilities are a thing too, by the way. Nobody cares about straight trans people. I mean, saying nobody cares is obviously wrong. But... and then the whole man-hating thing. I see people fucking laughing at men getting abused. Here's another part of my story that I'm sure I've mentioned at some point. When I was 19, 20 years old, I was with an abusive asshole. With a cishet man, as far as I'm aware. I haven't seen him in over a decade. But I was with an abusive asshole. I was a woman, he was a man. Everybody knows that was wrong. Everybody, as far as I'm aware, knows that was wrong. I didn't realize it at the time it was happening, because I thought I deserved it. You know, manipulation, gaslighting, that kind of shit. I thought I deserved it. Lucky enough, through no fault of my own, I got out of that relationship, and I eventually saw what he did to me. I know what it's like to be abused. I know what it's like to be raped. I've been there. And it is not okay either fucking direction. And some of y'all will laugh and find it funny when a woman abuses a man. As if that's okay. It's not. Y'all laugh at abuse towards men, at rape towards men, etc., etc. And it is sickening. Y'all think all men are evil. And like, look, I get it. There's a lot of asshole men out there. Well, guess what? There's a lot of asshole women out there, too. And I've been a victim of some of them, too. There are assholes of all fucking genders, of all fucking sexes. And it is never okay to abuse somebody. That is never okay. But for some reason, it's okay to laugh if a man's getting abused. He's a man, he can take it, who gives a shit? No, fuck that. You know what I think is equality? If you hit somebody, you deserve to get hit back. You abuse somebody, you're an asshole who deserves no fucking sympathy. Because I don't have sympathy for assholes, for abusers. I don't care what gender you are, I don't care what's in your pants. That does not make it okay to be an abuser. That does not make it okay to rape somebody. And yeah, you can rape somebody regardless of what the fuck is in their pants. It's never okay. And for some reason, the man-hating has gotten fucking out of control lately. And their division has gotten out of control for so many different reasons. And I swear to God, they're probably doing this to us on purpose. You know, the actual assholes like Project 2025? You know, the real enemies? They're loving, I bet they've got to be loving this division among us. They're probably fucking sowing it. I wouldn't be surprised. Why are you giving the enemies what they want? Because, by the way, us trans men, I know it's not just me, because I've heard other trans men talk about it. And a lot of us, myself included, are terrified to ever mention it. Because we see you hating men. We see you. You know we're men too, right? Oh, and I hear you now. I hear some of you now anyway. Oh, but not you, not the trans men, y'all are okay. Oh, so now you're transphobic? Yeah, I think that's transphobic. If you say all men are evil, but then you backtrack that, oh, no, not trans men, well, that just proves you don't see us as men after all. So either you're discriminating against men, or you're discriminating against men and trans people. And you go from just discriminating against men in general to, oh, no, I'll discriminate against men and trans people, trans men specifically now too. Because if you hate all men, that includes trans men. If you backtrack, well, now that's just proving you don't see us as men after all. So you're just making it worse, in my eyes. There are plenty of decent people, and I would argue more decent and good people than bad ones, of both sexes, of all genders. There's good and bad people of all genders. And I'd argue there's probably more good people. Unfortunately, the assholes are just, very loud. I don't even know if I want to post this. That's how scary things have gotten. There are probably people thinking from looking at me lately that I've probably turned conservative. No. I'm still liberal. I'm still Democrat. I mean, I'm not up Biden's ass. But have you seen the other side? They're terrifying. I'm just well aware that the left has people who've gone, frankly, nuts. And every side has crazy people. And the crazy people on the left are not helping us, they're hurting us. You are giving the enemy what they fucking want. The actual assholes. The actual enemies. I can just imagine them now sitting back and laughing at all of us yelling at each other. You can't judge people based on how they look. And if somebody, even if they have no connection to queerness, goes to a straight pride just to support their not being an asshole, you become the asshole if you say they don't belong there when they're not causing any harm. And all you're doing is making them not want anything to do with us anymore. You're taking the allies that we need to make progress and shoving them away. Among actual queer people. Whether they're disabled or, just straight trans people. Or a bi person. With a cis het person. I am sick of this shit. Like, comment, rate, subscribe, whatever the fuck you want to do. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.